Hello guys and welcome back. So today I have my client here with me and we are going to do an in-person session. But first, we are just going to talk about her journey to losing 25 kilograms, overcoming her binge eating disorder completely, over quadrupling her business after losing everything, and now is on the way to hiring her team, and is clearly way more confident than when she first started. Yeah, let's get started. So my first question to you is thinking back to old Freya, which is quite wild, the difference. I'll see if we can get some photos up. I hope you don't mind.
I don't mind.
Okay, so thinking back to old Freya, what was it that made you reach out? What was like that point of like, wow, something needs to change? Like, who was that version of you? How were you showing up? What was that like for you?
I was at a point where I'd sort of got more clients into my business and I was starting to feel more overwhelmed. I was comparing myself to other people, feeling like I wasn't doing good enough. And I started to notice that when I thought that I'd fixed the binge eating, where I was feeling stressed and overwhelmed, the binging was coming back, and it was coming back fast, and like it was controlling my life, like to the point where I was literally losing everything. Like I couldn't work, it was just consuming my life. Like pretty much I felt like I wasn't good enough deep down, and then I felt like I wasn't giving enough to my clients, and I was like, if I don't fix this, then I'm gonna lose it all basically. I need help. I need help, and I need help now.
For sure. And thinking back to that time when you first joined, obviously NLP, all this sort of work is quite skeptical to a lot of people. Before we go into the actual breakthroughs that we had, but what was your first impression of coaching NLP?
So I had a lot of therapy growing up, because obviously when I was younger I had anorexia, so like the polar opposite of what I was before. I know. And I had like depression, and all of that. Had a bit of a tricky time growing up, so I'd done years of therapy. I found some of it helpful, but some of it not really helpful. Never really overcome the thing of not being good enough. And then I thought, well, I had a little bit of mindset coaching before. It was sort of helpful. I saw your page. I saw that you had struggled with binge eating. I saw all the reviews, and you literally work with people exactly like me, like business owners. I thought, what have I got to lose here? Like, this is my last hope. If this doesn't work, then, I mean, I don't even know where I'd be today. So.
Wow. Okay, amazing. Again, just thinking back to that time, like it feels ages ago. So you were very overwhelmed, you'd lost the business, you were down to clients, you're very in your binge eating, all that kind of thing. What was it for you, if you could pick out like maybe just a couple, because you've done loads of work, if you could just pick out a couple of breakthroughs that were like, oh my God, that literally changed everything for me, what was some of those, would you say?
I think the biggest one was actually realising that I am good enough, and that all stemmed from school and like the bullying, not fitting in, and actually realising that the way like I worry about things when I grew up was really just through everybody's like projections onto me, and actually that I was always good enough. It was just how they were treating me that then kind of replicated later on in my life. And actually overcoming that, and now knowing I am bloody good enough. Then that's been the biggest thing, because that was always like lingering in the back of my mind for years, and now I'm like, I am good enough. And sometimes I'm like, fair, you are good enough, but don't be too big-headed now.
Oh, okay, interesting. Okay. So as we were growing, you shifted that belief, I'm not good enough. We did a lot of work on the binging. The binging just cleared it up massively, didn't it?
Yeah.
And then the business started to grow, and then in came overwhelm. What was that like?
The overwhelm was a lot, because I think as well, where I used to think I wasn't good enough, I would then stress, oh my God, I've got to reply to these clients. Oh my God, if it was like I was working from panic and fear of losing it all, and then my clients not thinking I'm good enough, and it all kind of tied into each other. It was like the fear of not being able to handle it all, the fear of like losing it all, which we overcame. And I think because I'd gone to school and I had to leave school because of personal reasons, that was then tapping into, you're going to lose it all and you're not going to be able to handle it because of what I'd been through in the past. And actually realising, well, that's not me now. Like, that was me. I was 13.
Old
I was
program.
ill. It was like an old brain, like in the back, a little voice like talking, running the show. And then the parts work that we did, like learning about all the parts, like that was a huge thing for me, because I just thought, I am stressed, I am overwhelmed, oh my God, like what's wrong with me? And then realising, hang on a sec, there's nothing wrong with me. And I didn't even know these parts, and it was all just like, wow, it all just made sense all of a sudden. And I was like, hang on, overwhelm's coming in, but actually it's not me. I know how to handle it now. And that all emotions just pass. That was the biggest thing as well.
Yeah, for sure. So just to anyone who's listening, like who doesn't understand what parts work is, so basically what she's saying there is like, I am Katie, like this is me, this is who I am. Like when I'm on fire, everything's going well, like that's the true real me. And then as I'm growing, maybe an anxious part comes in of like, shit, we're going to lose it all. Or maybe someone leaves a business and then you have a fear part coming in that's like, oh my God, everything's going to fall apart. Or maybe you get really busy and an overwhelm part comes in, and it's like different parts of you, and they're the little unconscious voices that you have in the back of your head. And when they come in, if you operate from those parts, you'll make decisions from those parts that actually sabotage you to go backwards. And that's when you procrastinate, that's when you avoid, that's when you scroll, that's when you compare, you complain, whatever. You say irrational things to your team, to clients, but we want to get you back into self, which is me feeling confident and me having clarity of thought, making clear decisions, moving faster. So we rewire these parts, beliefs. So for example, overwhelm believes that you can't handle it. So we take the belief and we rewire that belief from childhood where it came in. Overwhelm's then removed. You can grow through that ceiling that you were previously overwhelmed at. You grow through that ceiling. So that's what parts work is. That's what we do. You grew then, so you overcame your fear of not being able to handle it. We then grew to the next level. We were growing really fast. In terms of your personal confidence, things with like you've navigated challenges with friendships, and I think a lot of girls don't speak about this a lot, but I know a lot of girls do struggle with it. How is your personal confidence now, aside from business, versus back when you started?
I think it's changed massively. Like I think as well, there was a lot of time where I felt a pressure that I had to look a certain way, or I had to act a certain way to fit in with certain girls and my job and all of that. Whereas now, like I've told you, I think we worked on, because I was so into the gym and I thought, oh God, like I've got to keep up this image, like I'm Freya and I go to the gym. Whereas now, actually moving in ways that I enjoy, and it's like, yes, I still care about how I look, but actually focusing on movements that I enjoy, like Pilates and yoga, and actually shifting from friendships now. I just think whenever somebody's saying something to me and it kind of hurts my feelings, or they treat me not great, I'm now realizing, oh, it's because I've triggered an insecurity in them, or they're projecting their things onto me, and it actually has nothing to do with me. And actually learning like why and how that happens is the biggest thing, because now I just think I am me, take it or leave it, you know what I mean? That's it.
No, I love that. And as you grow and business grows, obviously people get left behind because they're not growing at the same rate as you, or they just aren't growing as people. How have you navigated that challenge?
It's been difficult at times, because I felt like I had friends that were supportive with me, and then when they actually started to see, oh, Freya is actually doing well, oh, she actually is hitting those goals, I noticed people started to treat me a little bit different, or they were a bit more distant. And I've just sort of realised, well, that might be because maybe I make them feel a certain way without really knowing, or maybe I've sort of outgrown them, and that's okay, and just kind of leaving it at that. And thinking, well, I haven't done anything wrong to you, and it's got, again, nothing to do with me. I don't take it personal anymore. Whereas old me would have think, they don't like me, I'm not good enough, oh my God, I don't fit in, they must think I'm weird. Whereas now I don't think any of that, because I know that I'm not. A little bit.
Not true anymore. Okay, great. Just one thing I want to go through before we go into it is the recent challenge that we faced and overcame was your internal conflict between business, being masculine, then Pilates, and having fun. Then, you know, when you booked that spa weekend in Manchester, and you're like, oh my God, I can't book this weekend because I need to work hard, I need to do this and this. And then you booked it, and then business went.
Oh my God, it went so good.
Yes. So just talk to me about before you booked that, for example, before we did that, integrating parts of the fun part of you, the business part of you, where they work together and not as separate characters. How was that playing out for you, that conflict?
Like, I'm in this mode right now where I'm like, hustle, like I want to build my business, I want my clients to get the best results, and I think I'm quite addictive to things. Like sometimes I'm just like, go all in, like, no, you can't take this weekend off, like keep building, keep growing, you can have fun later, like just keep going. But actually I got to a point where I was so exhausted, I was like, if I do not rest, I am going to make myself ill. And that's what's happened in the past. So I kind of recognised that, and I remember speaking to you and I was like, I really want to go to Manchester, I really want to have fun, but at the the same time, I probably should work. But then it was almost like when I actually went to Manchester and I had fun and I booked a nice hotel, went to the spa, it was like inquiries started coming in. I got on sale calls, I closed them all. I was like, what the hell? Like, what's going on? Like, I just like, and it was literally, I was in such a good place mentally. I swear to God, if I'd have stayed at home and just saying, I wouldn't have had that energy to show up.
Because if you stayed at home, you would have been listening to fear, not what you actually wanted.
Yeah, no, exactly that. Yeah, and it shows that you can have both. I think that's the biggest thing I've learned with you, is that you can have both. You can have the business, you can have the success, you can have the clients, but you can also have fun, you can live a life. And actually that part is what's going to bring in that part.
Yes.
That was the biggest thing.
Yeah, because people's full business self can't operate without you having energy or you having fun or whatever. And that's why a lot of people, they go all in and then they just burn out, sit on the sofa, scroll. And then feel like shit. But if you integrate that fun in between, it's like, well, we never have to then burn out because we have it all the time.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, great. So you went away from coaching, you finished 6 months of coaching and then carried on growing, and then you hit new levels and then you came back, right? And the new challenge that we've got is this fear of losing all. Is that what you want to go through today?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, great. So just talk to me at the moment, what is coming up for you with that? Like, what's the problem?
I think for me, it's like the past sort of since April to now, I've grown a lot, like more than I ever sort of imagined that I was capable of doing. And then it's like, it's all going well. And my brain's like, well, when's it going to go wrong? When's it all going to fall apart? Or do you remember last time where it was all going well and then you burnt out and you binged and you lost it all? Like, what if that happens again? And then that kind of comes up in my mind. And sometimes I feel like when I'm doing work, I'm almost working from a place of anxiety, like I've got to reply to this client, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, because fear of losing it all is running the show. And it's like do, rather than I'm doing this because I want to do this and working from a place of calm. It's that stress coming in of worrying that it's all going to go. Okay, so when you're in that fear of losing it all, what does your mind drive you to focus on? Just give me like 3 things. I'm just going to write some notes. Like, my mind just worries about, what if all your clients leave? That's why you've got to work every single day. You know, what if you don't post on Instagram and you don't get more clients and then you can't live the life that you want to live? The other fear is, well, if you keep working and keep working and keep working, what if you burn out like you did before and you lose it all? So you're actually in a bit of a conflict between the part of you that the fear of burnout and the fear of losing it all, because you want to keep working, but then the fear of burnout is like, well, if you keep working then you'll lose it all. When you're in that fear of losing it all, what makes you believe that people will leave and carry on leaving? I think it's just a worry that if I don't reply there and then, or if I'm not going above and beyond all the time, they'll just leave or they won't see the value in it anymore, and then that kind of worries me. Yeah, for sure. And how do you know that your clients see the value in what you do? Like, just how do you know that? I think it's them giving me positive feedback, them getting transformations, them communicating on their side. Like, if I don't hear from them for a week, I'm like, have I done something wrong? Like, do they think this is shit? Where have they gone? The lovely ego. Business is all about me. When they do give you positive feedback and they do like, what's different then? I think it validates me that I'm doing a good job. And I suppose it makes me feel like I'm working hard enough and that I'm doing well enough. How do you know when you're working hard enough? What's enough? I think it's like knowing that I'm getting more clients are staying, or I don't know. I don't know. So it's not about how hard you work, it's about the outcome that you achieve. I think it's always about the outcome, sometimes in the back of my mind, like, because that's then gonna be able to dictate what I can do in life, and then the outcome, I put so much pressure on it, and then let's say I have a bit of a crap few days and the outcome isn't great, that can really affect how I feel about myself. Yeah, because you're attached to it. Okay. When the outcome goes down, what do you feel then? I feel like anxiety, like stress, worriness. It was even like the past couple of days, I had a rough few days with calls that didn't go very well, and a bit of a difficult situation with a client, and then I thought, oh my God, like, what if this is the start of the end? And it's like, I'm like, I catastrophize everything But like, I do worry about it, and then I'm like, oh my god,
Start at the end.
what if this is the start of the end?
What's the end?
My business disappears. That probably caused me to feel stressed and sad, and I think I would just have a breakdown.
Yeah. And does sadness show up right now?
No, I'd say it's more so like fear, worry, anxiety.
Okay, great. Let's assume that it is the start at the end. The clients are leaving, they don't reply to you for a week, you don't then post content, the outcome's not met. The fear is what?
The fear is that I will be stuck in my hometown forever.
Okay. And let's just assume that's true. The fear is that it all just falls apart, you do lose it all, the clients leave and they don't stop leaving, then you're stressed, you're panicked, whatever you've just said. What would that make you believe about yourself?
I think it would make me feel that maybe still I was not good enough. Like,
for what?
For people or the life that I wanted to live.
Okay. How do you know you're not good enough? I don't think it's that belief.
I don't think it is either.
Because, you know, I don't.
I feel like I know that though.
So let's just say that you lose it all.
Mm.
What then happens?
I don't actually know. I think I'd just be a bit sad.
Okay. Like, what would you say that biggest feeling is at the moment?
Like, fear.
Fear. Okay. And let's do parts then. If you were watching that part of you in a movie, that fear of losing it all, you've lost it all, you're sitting in that fear, what would that part have to believe about itself in order to believe that it might lose it all?
It would have to believe that it can't handle it and that it can't make it work.
It doesn't make it work, what would it then believe?
It would then believe that you couldn't handle any more.
Okay. Handle what specifically?
Any more work or any more people.
Okay, and if you couldn't handle any more work and any more people, then what would happen?
I would just feel lost and not really be able to do anything.
Okay, and when you feel that fear and you think about that time, even unless you feel it now or you felt it before, where does it sit in the body?
Probably in my chest.
Okay, you ready to let go of it?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just do parts because I don't think it's the belief. I think it's something else. Okay, so we'll go into it. Anything I need to hear back from you, I'll say. Anything else, keep it in. First answer that comes to mind, as always. I know you know the drill. And then we'll let go of it, and then we'll... Have we done your values?
I think we did.
We did?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. We'll do something else. Okay, great. When you're ready, I'm not going to write it down because I'd rather concentrate and then you can take the notes from afterwards. Okay, good. So just take some deep breaths when you're ready. Good. Just notice as you exhale, just notice yourself getting even more and more relaxed as you do. And even more relaxed as you exhale. Almost like you feel like you could go to sleep, but you're not asleep. Good. Just breathing even deeper. I want you just to begin to notice any areas in the body that feel tight, tense, uneasy, heavy. And just breathe some air in those spaces. Really just relax. Just unclench your jaw, relax your shoulders. Now, I want you to imagine that you walk into a room. And in this room is a table and chairs. Just going over and taking a seat at the table, just noticing what you see around you, what you hear, what you feel. Just going over and taking a seat at that table. And as you do, just noticing the other chairs around the table. Good. And as you look around the room, you notice there's a door. And behind that door is the fear part of you. And this is the part of you that fears you'll just lose it all. Good. I just want you to invite this part into the room. And as it walks into the room, just notice whether it's male or female, how it walks. Good. Its energy, its persona. Good. How it's feeling. And I just want you to invite this part to sit at the table. And once it's sat down at the table, I just want you to ask this part of you if it's okay if we can ask it some questions. Just asking this part directly and just let me know what it says. How are you feeling right now?
Worried.
And what are you worried about specifically?
I'm worried that you're going to burn out and lose it all like you did last year.
Great. And what's the intention of being here?
My intention is just to look after you and make sure that doesn't happen again.
Great. And if you were to know, how old was I when you first became part of me?
I think I was about 11.
Great. And what were you protecting me from, if you were to know?
Was protecting you from losing it all again with school and not fitting in and going through that all again.
Great. And if you could just ask this part to take you out the room above the timeline, back to when you were 11. When you're there, just looking down, just let me know what it is that you see.
I see myself starting a new school and being left behind by girls that were meant to be there for me.
And just looking down as the adult today, how was she feeling in that moment?
She was feeling worried, upset, and sort of anxious, overwhelmed with it all.
Great. And what limiting decision did she make? What did she decide in that very moment?
She decided that she doesn't fit in, and that she just isn't valuable enough like the other people there, the other girls.
Okay, great. And as the adult today, just looking down, what do you notice now with everything that you see that she didn't get to notice at the time?
I think now I realise that those girls were only treating me because of how they felt with themselves, and them trying to fit in, and them trying to be good enough and sort of feel good in themselves. So I was just an easy target because I was just quiet and new, and it made them feel better about themselves.
Great. And with everything that you now know, what would be a much more empowering decision that she could have made instead? What could she have decided in that moment?
She could have decided that she was always good enough, and actually those people aren't her people, and there were other girls there that she can get along with, you know, and that everything will always work out fine in the end.
Great. Can you watch her make that decision? What do you notice is different?
Now she don't really care about them girls anymore. She thinks it's kind of funny, like, that they're treating her like that. And yeah, she just has a good time with the girls that are not like that, and just gets on with school and doesn't really care.
Great. What does that make her believe about herself?
She now believes that she is like strong enough within herself, and that she is valuable, good enough. You know, she's great as she always is, and those girls really don't matter.
Great. And how does she begin to then feel?
She then feels like she is good enough, she's smart enough, she's good enough to fit in, and it makes her feel proud of that she didn't let how they treated her decide how she felt about herself.
Amazing. What can we positively learn from this?
I think the learning lesson is that how people treat you has nothing to do with you, and everything to do with what they've got going on in their own life and their head and their beliefs, and actually it's actually got nothing to do with me.
Great. What colours do you see in this event now?
I see like gold and pink.
It's always gold.
I know.
Okay, and how's that feel in your body right now?
It feels good. It feels calmer.
Great. And how's that old fear sitting?
Oh, I kind of forgot about it now.
Amazing.
It's there, but not very loud anymore.
What would make it even quieter? What would she need to know?
I think she would just need to know that the version of her that burnt out last year is not who she is anymore, and that will never happen again.
Why will it never happen again?
Because I now have the tools in place to manage my stress and realise that they are parts, and like binging is not a part of me and like who I am anymore. It's just not what I do.
Amazing. Okay, great. Anything else that she needs from you, or you can take away?
Probably just to make sure that you are taking rest as well for yourself and having the fun, because without that you won't have the success that you want, and you learnt that in Manchester, so have more of those moments.
Great. And what will begin to happen as you do have more of those moments?
I think I'll feel calmer, I'll feel more fulfilled as well, and actually enjoy my job, because I'm actually having fun along the way and actually living a life as well.
Great. And when you feel calm and more fulfilled and you're having fun, what then happens?
I then have better energy, I have a better mood, my clients get a better version of myself, and then so does my business, and then it all kind of compounds from there.
Great. And when you have a better version of you, better energy, how does your business compound?
I feel like my energy radiates to my clients, so they'll feel that, they'll see that in me. They'll also love seeing that I'm having balance, and then I can also show that I'm having fun, like on Instagram, and you know, people want to see that I am a normal person as well, and I do have fun.
Great. Can you just float along your future timeline now and just see that version of you who is handling more, feels calm as you grow, doesn't obviously have that fear anymore, how she shows up, her energy, her confidence. And as you see her, just begin to notice what colours you see, how she feels. Where's that feeling sit in your body? Just let me know.
In my stomach.
Great. What colour is it?
It's gold again.
Great. What shape is it?
It's kind of circle.
Great. Move in still.
It's still.
Texture, rough, smooth?
Smooth.
Great. can you expand that circle and feel that taking over your whole body? And as you see her and you feel that at the same time, you see her confidence growing even more. You see her ability to handle it becoming even stronger. Her energy's becoming more and more. Just notice how that feeds into people around her, how she just attracts people, how things just come to her. Just allow that feeling to grow even stronger. I want you to send that feeling up through to the sky and all the way back down through to your body, almost like it's vibrating off of you. And as it vibrates off of you, that energy begins to grow even stronger, and you turn that feeling up. I want you to turn the feeling up. And any sounds that you hear with this, whatever the confidence sounds like, whatever that energy sounds like, just turn the sounds up, turn the volume up. And I want you to make this picture of success so big in your mind that you can't see anything else. No fear, no overwhelm, nothing else. It's completely gone. Just make that picture so big, and I want you to bring that picture even closer to you, almost like it is just there right in front of you. And I want you to imagine now, as it comes closer and you start to feel this energy coming closer and this image is getting bigger, the feeling's getting stronger, you see your future self standing there in front of you, and as it comes closer and closer, you feel yourself merging with your future self. You are now her. She's not there, you are now her. See what you see, feel what you feel, notice what you see around you, turn the sounds up, make the feeling stronger, make the feeling brighter, make the colors brighter, make that image around you, you're now in the image, make it so big, so bright, so bold. You know exactly what the next step is, you know exactly how to handle more, you know exactly how to grow your business. The money's just flowing in, the clients are flowing in, you're having so much fun. Turn that pink, turn that gold up, make it brighter, good, even stronger, make it brighter, turn it up, feel that confidence. I want you to make it so overwhelming that nothing else can come in. This is your dominant state. This is a state that you will always return to. This is a state that you'll always access. Just turn it up. You know what your next action steps are. You know exactly what you need to do. Just feel that money coming to you. Feel what it feels like just to receive that money with ease. It's coming to you, it's flowing. You're always in this good energy, always. Good, turn it up. Now just let me know, what is your next step from here?
My next step from here would be to work from a place of calm, to not let fear run the show, to launch the thing that I have planned to launch. Great. Because earlier I was like, I'm not doing it, I'm too stressed, I can't do it, I can't handle it. Whereas actually, no, fuck it, I can handle it, and I am going to do it, and I know exactly who I need to train up in my business, and I know what my next hire is going to be. I know who it is, and I know that I just need to take action, and it's all going to work out. So yeah.
Brilliant. And what's your new story now moving forward?
My new story is that I can handle it all. I'm good enough in every way. Right. I can navigate any stress, emotion, overwhelm, and I can have so much fun along the way, and fun equals happiness, and the happiness will help bring in more success, which will make me feel more fulfilled and like I'm making more impact.
You stack those emotions up.
Oh, I will.
Amazing. Ready to accept it?
Yeah.
Good. You can open your eyes when you're ready.
Oh, wow. I feel like I've been on a roller coaster.
Okay, great.
I almost had tears come in my eyes then. It was like I went from the old me to like, wow, the new me is just like in the future. Like I can literally see that happening, and like I know it's going to happen.
Unreal.
I just need to keep going, which I'm going to do.
Keep going and maintain this state as much as possible. But it's there now, it's strong. You just need to see that picture every day. So what I'll do is send you this, and then you just skip to that end bit, the future self, and listen to this every morning to strengthen that state. And you know what you need to do next.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good. Yay! Oh my god! Yeah.
Biggest takeaway from that?
The biggest takeaway, I think, is just realising that the fear of losing it all, I think, has only just come from past experience in the past. But again, that's not me. Like me last year, I'm like a completely different person. Like I don't even think the same. That's not me. Like that was all just because I hadn't dealt with, you know, all the mindset work and all the beliefs. Whereas now I have. So that's not who I am, and that's not going to happen again.
And that's what happens. You grow your business, and then an old program goes, hold on a minute, you're growing a bit too fast here. Yeah. Let me just come in and trigger the fuck out of you. So you self-sabotage, and then we can stay in our current position.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, amazing. Is there anything else that you want to go through?
No, that was good.
I'm done.
That was enough.
Sweet. Let's go make some more money then.
Yeah.
Kidding. Okay, great. Well, thanks for coming on.
That's okay. Anytime. I'm sweating now. Sorry, just touched my pit.
That's all right. Fab.